Maybe it's because this is peak BS season and it's a week before the draft, but seemingly the last couple days, the rumors, the talk of, hey, Kirk Cousins to the Niners, hey, Trey Lance to the Vikings, all those talks have certainly heated up. And thought about it. Even though, yes, Kirk, one last dance in 2023, the Vikings seem like they're fine running it back with Kirk this season, but after that, they want to find their quarterback of the future, and they should look under every single stone, and that could include Trey Lance, the former number 3 overall pick in the 2021 draft, who the Niners have clearly given up on. And Adam Shine, NFL Network contributor, as well as CBS, NFL on CBS, he makes some good points where basically he's pointing out how it would be a win-win for a Trey Lance for Kirk Cousins swap, plus a couple of draft picks in there. That's right. Basically, Shine laid out that it was the wrong time for the Niners to gamble on Trey Lance in 2021, where they had that great defense. They're just a quarterback away. Jimmy G was not the guy, so they should have made a move then for Kirk Cousins, reuniting him with Kyle Shanahan and all that stuff. But it's not working out for whatever reason, and they are in win-now mode, and Trey Lance does certainly have all the potential in the world, but he does need some time to marinate. And if the Niners traded for Kirk, who's revved up, ready to go, coming off one of the best seasons of his career at 35 this season, can still get it done short term, that's what the Niners have going for them. They still have the number 1 defense in the league, and they just added Javon Hargrave. Jimmy G ain't it, and they're just a quarterback away, unless they want to roll with Sam Darnold, Trey Lance, who they've already given up on, and Brock Purdy, who's coming off a UCL surgery. So Shine said, quote, if San Francisco makes this kind of trade, we're talking about the San Francisco 49ers unequivocally being the best team and the team to beat in the NFL this season. I'm not sure I would go that far. I mean, the Chiefs are still numero uno, but even though the Eagles got gutted to a degree, the Eagles are still good. But the Niners would still be up there. If they had Kirk Cousins, they would be NFC favorites. They would. And yes, the question is, why would the Vikings want to enrich a conference rival? Well, it's because they're looking towards the future. Right, and Kirk was great last year. Phenomenal. 13 wins, won the division, 8 fourth quarter overtime come from behind, game-winning drives, all that stuff. It was awesome. He was great, right? But you got to look towards the future, and Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi need to find their guy, and I'm perfectly fine if they take multiple shots on young quarterbacks, including Trey Lance, including the draft, maybe even setting themselves up for the draft next year. So, we'll get into the dynamics there. But what's interesting is that when they redid Kirk Cousins' deal, they can't really trade him. Well, it doesn't really make sense to trade him before June 1st. So the draft obviously happens at the end of April. So it'd be about a month where the Vikings could probably have to sit on Kirk. Otherwise, their salary cap plans kind of go out the window. Now, he has $28.5 million in dead cap void, which will come into play next year if he's traded after June 1st or if he's on the roster this year and then plays out the rest of his deal. And the Vikings and Rob and Kwesi have already budgeted for that in the 2024 books. But if he's traded pre-June 1st, a.k.a. if he's traded before or during the draft, so the Vikings can use that draft capital this year, all that money accelerates. Now, they could stomach it and warehouse it somehow, but it would be rough. But, that $28.5 million dead cap hit in the void year, you can do it if your starting quarterback is on his rookie deal, which it certainly could be. So this is what we're proposing. Timeline. Vikings draft a quarterback in the 2023 draft. So now, maybe not trading up heaven and earth to go into the top 10 and get their guy, but if Hendon Hooker is there at 23, sure. If DTR is there at the top of day 3, Jaron Hall, Clayton Tune, sure. Drafting a quarterback, draft a quarterback every single year. So you got that. And then waiting until June 1st, right? So the Niners, they're not in a rush either way. They don't have a first or second round pick either way. And Trey Lance is going to be on the roster through the draft in all likelihood. And Kirk Cousins is going to be on the Vikings. So it's no muss, no fuss. So wait until June 1st and then trade Kirk to the Niners for Trey Lance as well as the Niners 2024 first round pick. Now, I know what you're saying. Why would the Niners give up a first-round pick and Trey Lance, who they gave up 3 first-rounders and a third for? Well, it's clear that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are already just out. Like, they've already given up on Trey Lance. And guess what? The Vikings have a ton of leverage here because the greatest leverage in negotiations is walking away from the table. And the Vikings are perfectly fine playing Kirk in 2023, one last dance, and they're hunky-dory. I mean, that would be fine. They drafted a quarterback. Like, say, for this example, taking Hendon Hooker at 23, and then they have Kirk Cousins. Like, they have succession plan in place. That's exactly what's going on. So the Vikings don't need to trade Kirk. The Niners need to trade for Kirk because, hey, guess what? Like we said, are you going to trust the Niners are in Super Bowl window right now. They have the best defense in the league. They got weapons on offense with Kittle and Debo and McCaffrey. Trent Williams is still doing the damn thing. So they're good. They're good to go. And are they going to turn the keys of the Ferrari over to Sam Darnold, over to Trey Lance, who they've already quit on? So, good luck trying to get back into his good graces, or, hoping that Brock Purdy's UCL injury doesn't cost him the 2023 season. Is that what they're going to do? No. That's why we got the leverage. That's why Kwesi gets his guy John Lynch on the horn and say, hey, your 2024 first-round pick. That is right. So the Vikings would set themselves up for the 2024 draft with 2 first-round picks. Yes, they're both going to be late, but they would be very, very valuable trade chips if the Vikings want to move up. So at the end of the day, oh, by the way, Niners fans must not want Kirk because there's not a good Kirk Cousins in a Niners uniform edit. I mean, this is what we got. Anyways, so Kirk to the Niners, Trey Lance comes on home, and the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon returns to Minnesota, and the Vikings, like we said, in our hypothetical situation, have Hendon Hooker, have Hooker and Trey Lance. By the way, Hendon Hooker is over 2 years older than Trey Lance. It's crazy, man. But have them duke it out, and may the best man win at the end of the day. And guess what? So you have Hendon Hooker, you have Trey Lance in the building, and Kevin O'Connell gets to see them up close and personal for this entire season. And if they're not the guy, you still have 2 first-round picks in the 2024 NFL draft. And yes, the Niners pick and the Vikings pick is likely going to be late, but that's still a very valuable trade chip if you wanted to move up for one of the quarterbacks in next year's draft, where Caleb Williams, Drake May, Quinn Ewers, Van Dyke, all that stuff. Hey, if it turns out that after a year of seeing Trey Lance up close and personal and Hendon Hooker or whatever rookie quarterback TBD, guess what? They're both on the rookie deals. It's no muss, no fuss. You can move on. And then you can go get your guy right now. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Like, does this happen? I don't know. But those are parameters. And feasibly, it could work out. And the Vikings could make it work on their terms. And they would have a ton of leverage over the Niners. So it's actually something that I would be okay with seeing. But your thoughts are thoughts. Adam Shine of CBS Sports NFL Network saying that Trey Lance to the Vikings, Kirk Cousins to the Niners would make a ton of sense. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.